Is back in the news today. Many of you know about Sam Bankman-Fried, and you know about what happened with FTX and the collapse of FTX. It was a big old mess, and really just a big lesson in terms of what's going on with crypto, in terms of whether or not you can trust an institution or not. And believe it or not, that there's more that has been revealed. It turns out that right before Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX went under, they transferred a whopping $2.2 billion out to Sam Bankman-Fried related entities. So get comfortable, buckle up your seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about black wealth and black economics every single day. Sometimes we do it 10 times a day under the B1 condition. B1 means we are black first. Black first means we put our community at the top of our priority list. We believe in reparations. We also believe in educating our kids and breaking generational curses. If you agree with this philosophy, put a B1 in the chat, put a hashtag B1. Also shout out your city. I want to say hello to Atlanta's Black Wall Street, Kevius Gray, Teflon Tango. Good to see you. Good to see everybody today. All right, so let's hop into this situation. So today I was out taking my daughter to the dentist, and on my way in, I listened to financial news and stuff like that. I'm always trying to find good uses for my time. And I was listening to this crazy, interesting story about Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam Bankman-Fried, if you don't remember, he is the founder of a company called FTX. Give me a yes if you followed FTX and the collapse of FTX, which was really bad for crypto. I mean, Sam Bankman-Fried was the worst thing to ever happen to crypto because he went from being the savior of crypto to being the one who's destroying crypto. He went from being the guy who gave people confidence in crypto to the guy who made people not want to believe in crypto anymore. And it's very sad because there's a lot of good stuff happening in crypto. I mean, the crypto people I know are super smart. They're super dedicated. You know, they don't deserve this sort of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. But this is what happens when your markets get really strong. People start getting irrational when it comes to investing. They start making bad investing decisions, and then you end up with these calamities. And then people start running away and getting scared. But the truth is that if you are a consistent investor and you're careful, you would know that these things were on their way. So anyway, let me read some of this to you. Hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. And also, I want to make sure I shout out the sponsor for today's podcast, Dr. Q's Fresh Breath Club. Dr. Q is a dentist out of St. Louis, Dr. Quigless, and he has a whole program of subscribable oral hygiene products. And he says he wants black people to compete with the Colgates and all these other big companies. And it's subscription based. It's built on healthy, renewable stuff and things like that. You should go take a look. It's a black owned business. And I hope you'll go support Dr. Q's Fresh Breath Club. I'm going to leave that URL on the screen so you can write it down and go get a subscription and go at least take a look at this brother's products. They're very, very good. All right, so let me hop back in and read this to you. So FTX, apparently, it says here in Reuters that bankrupt cryptocurrency exchange FTX made transfers of about $2.2 billion to company founder Sam Bankman-Fried through related entities, the company's new management said. Overall, more than $3.2 billion was transferred through payments and loans to company founders and key employees. So he was loaning his buddies, tens of millions of dollars. What was so hilarious was, he loaned himself a billion or two. He loaned some of his other friends. One of his executives got $500 million. But he only loaned his girlfriend, Carolyn Ellison, that poor thing. He loaned her like $6 million, right? Which was nothing compared to the amount of money that he gave everybody else. It says these payments were made chiefly from Alameda Research hedge fund, FTX said, adding that it made these disclosures by filing schedules and statements, blah, 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 blah. The crypto exchange said the transfers did not include, so pay attention now, it didn't even include this $2.2 billion that they're now talking about. It didn't even include the $250 million worth of real estate that he bought. He bought $240 million of property in the Bahamas. He made a lot of political and charitable donations made on behalf of FTX so they could try to control how crypto was regulated in the United States. They were buying politicians. They were buying property. They were buying people's goodwill. I went to the Bahamas with my wife not too long ago, right after the FTX scandal, and there were people there that were pissed. They were mad as hell. They were like, this weird little white boy comes over here. He dresses like a bum. They thought he was weird, but he had all this money. So they got to trust this guy because he had all this money. And this is an interesting point. I've made this point to you guys before. I tell the students in the Black Business School this all the time. Don't judge books by their cover. Don't judge books by their cover. Don't assume that because somebody's got money, that's a person you want to be around. Don't assume, ladies, don't assume that because a guy's got a little money, that's going to be a good man for you. That money does not make him a good catch. Money does not make that person a good friend. Money does not make that person a good business partner because you don't know what they're into. So when I meet somebody that's got money and they say, hey, Dr. Boyce, I want you to meet this person. They got a lot of money. First question I ask is, how did they get it? How did they get it? Give me a yes if you follow what I'm saying. Give me a yes if you get what I'm saying. First question I ask is, well, how do you get all that damn? How he bought bottles for everybody at the club and he's got 10 Lamborghinis. How did he get that money? Because he don't seem that smart. Where did he get that money from? And the reason this is important is because right now, Leonardo DiCaprio and Kim Kardashian are caught up in an investigation of a guy, a little Asian guy, who was going around trying to make friends with all the celebrities. And they all wanted to be his buddy because he had bankroll. He was just throwing money everywhere. Everybody loves a guy who's throwing money up at the club. He was that guy. He gave Leonardo DiCaprio some gift that was like a painting that was like worth $10-20 million. Right. So all these celebrities are hanging around this guy. Now they're all subject to federal investigations because apparently this guy was committing some sort of high level international crime. Right. So what I'm telling y'all, seriously, sometimes there are people that have big money that will come in your life that will ruin your life. I mean, think about this. Everybody who it was connected to Sam Bankman-Fried at one point considered him to be the greatest blessing that they'd ever had. They said, this guy's writing us checks for $10-20 million. This is awesome. We're in the Bahamas chilling, dude. This is so much fun, bro. This is awesome, man. And nobody thought about the fact that this guy might get you 20 or 30 years in prison. Okay. So again, sometimes you can't see stuff. Sometimes, things happen and you just don't know what's going on. But the interesting thing is that you see this happen all the time. Bernie Madoff, same thing happened with Bernie Madoff. He had a lot of good friends. A lot of people trusted him. A lot of people liked him. A lot of people benefited from their relationship with him. And a lot of those people went to jail. So the Sam Bankman-Fried thing is interesting. I think that him having this $2.2 billion or that he allegedly took out, that he sort of slipped out through these entities that he was creating, these shell companies and whatnot. It's really defeating the narrative, the false narrative that he was pushing that, hey, I'm just a stupid kid who made a dumb mistake. I'm just a bad businessman, which I'm sure he got from that strategy he got from his parents, who are both Stanford University lawyers. Now, given that they're Stanford University law professors, I'm assuming that they also advised him not to go talk to the public. First thing your lawyer tells you to do is shut up and wait. But he did that. He went out anyway. So Sam Bankman-Fried is in big trouble. This whole collapse was kind of the beginning of overall questions of just the banking system in general. At first, it was just crypto. Then you saw Silvergate Bank go down, but then people said, well, Silvergate was heavily connected to crypto, so it makes sense. Then you saw Silicon Valley Bank go down. Then you're seeing First Republic Bank struggle. Now you're seeing Credit Suisse struggle. So you're starting to see cracks in the banking system around the world. And what I need y'all to understand right now is that this is not the only one. These are not the only ones. Give me a yes if you're hearing me when I tell you that what you see is typically a fraction of what you don't see. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're seeing the tip of the iceberg. You're seeing the tip of the iceberg. You're not seeing the iceberg. You've not seen the iceberg is big. And believe me, if I see one bank or two banks crumble, I'm thinking about the other 30 that are on wobbly knees, that are like, oh, that are going to crumble at any moment. So you got to so it doesn't mean that the world's coming to an end. It does not mean the financial system's going to fall apart. Stop that. Let's get out of that alarmist thinking. It just means be careful and don't be out here chasing waterfalls. Okay, like TLC used to say. My cousin's in the group TLC. I love to brag about that because she's so pretty and so smart and so talented. T-Boz, Tiana Watkins. Our grandfathers are brothers. In case you want to know exactly how we're related. So Tiana, if you see this video, that's how I know we're related. Your granddaddy's name is Sam. My granddaddy is Matt, and they are brothers. And that's how you and I are related. I'm gonna talk about that for the rest of my life because I'm super proud of you, girl. Anyway, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. My new book is a bestseller on Amazon. I told you guys about it. It's #1 in the public finance category. It's called The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power. You can either go to boycewatkins.com and get a copy there, or you can go to Amazon and get a copy. If you get it on Amazon, I don't mind. Just make sure you leave a review, please. I really appreciate that. That really helps. Also, I'm going to go to Houston April 21st. I'm going to do a 2-day deep dive on this book and do a training on generational wealth, and you get a chance to meet other wealth builders, etc. So maybe book a flight, come on down to Houston. Houston's great. I'm gonna try to get my buddy Willie D to come by. Willie D's in the Ghetto Boys. Chris Senegal, who is a real estate expert, I'm working to bring him down. I think Chris agreed to come. I got to double check that, but I think Chris will be there. Chris is doing some amazing gentrification work in Houston, but it's Black gentrification. It's where we're taking over the neighborhood and we're making it better, and he's making the housing affordable. He's doing extraordinary work. So Chris might be there and some other people. So anyway, guys, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe if you haven't done it yet. I'm going to head on out. I'm going to check back in a little bit later, and I hope you guys have a great day. God bless you, and I'll see you soon. Take care now. Peace.